like a slight bit of wobbliness here. I want nice forceful line all the way around. No weird indents. Yeah, the knee has a certain grisliness to it, which I think I'm okay with. Looks good to me now. But I'm going to stop and then just inspect it, right? If you just keep picking away at it, you might be making a mess. So you need to pause and every once in a while come back to it with fresh eyes, and you'll probably see things that are not working. But yeah, I like the grisliness of the knee. I just want to make sure I have done the right thing with this pose in particularly. Move this leg in a bit. Make these whole numbers that I can a lot more easily port over. Because when you're sculpting symmetrically, you want to make sure these values are the same. And advanced skeleton does have like a mirroring feature in the selector where you can mirror poses. So I should have probably done that. I'll probably get used to the fact that it has all these cool tools that can be used, but sometimes I end up doing things the traditional way. All right, so this is a little bit more realistic for this particular the ball of the feet pose. Use it to inspect what we have going on. Yeah, I have this slant that I might want to lose. See what expense it comes at. Might just come down to shifting this entire knee from the bottom out of the way. As long as I don't have it when the knee is straight on, I think I should be fine, but I'll see if it's worth resolving.
All right, so I think that's enough polishing, and I think it's looking all right. I could keep going and going, but I'm trying to avoid doing the level of polish I would do on my own time in this video series. So I'm not going to go any further, but if you wanted to, you could keep going and make sure it's perfect. I think as is, it's a pretty good result. Shapes don't look too bad and nothing looks bad, but just always know you could always push it and go a little further. I also think that I could have made this stuff pour a little bit better over it, because when I do look at it from here, sometimes it feels like there's a plainer feel to it, but it's not that bad. It looks okay. So what I'm going to do before I move on to split them up, because this thing is going to have to be split up for each side so that we can trigger each side separately. You want to be able to trigger this effect on one leg at a time. These are the other angles. These ones turned out pretty well too. So the final check I'm going to do is go back into the legs and see how much penetration is going on, because there's obviously some amount of penetration that has happened because of all this movement that I've been doing. And as I mentioned when I started this, we want minimal penetration so that end cloth doesn't have a problem computing in those spaces. So I'm going to come over here, turn it back on. This is it over here. Actually, let me give it a proper name. Just for now, a temporary name. I'll call it crouch underscore. All right, I'll move this to the side, and I'm going to go inside this leg and see how much penetration I'm getting. Okay, it's not that bad. Let me see if turning off two-sided lighting will help. Yeah, isolate the part that I need to pull out. So this is not that bad at all. So I'm going to go to my sculpting menu, grab my move brush, and come in here. First, let me make sure I have the tool active. I'm going to come in here and just slowly resolve this penetration. Just move it down a little bit like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, just in order to make sure it's not grabbing other surfaces, I'll go here. Make sure I select surface. Surface is already selected, so that's a good thing. Let me see what's going on in here. Let me go on the outside and make sure it's not ruining anything. And it doesn't appear to be. It's doing fine. So let's get this last bit of it out of there. Yes, so that all worked out. And yeah, there's no penetration now, or at least it's significantly better.